Hello friends, welcome to Liquidity Narrative channel. In today's briefing, remember we always said the objective for the channel is not for price prediction, is not for signal giving. The objective actually is to identify where liquidity sits and where price is likely to deliver and watch price action at those level to help you have a roadmap for the week on your trading. And remember, we always choose structure over speculations. So that having been said, if this channel has helped you, please subscribe and like and then share the videos. Thank you. So let's dive into the reason why we are here this week. So always we'll be starting with our Nasdaq, which is US Tech. And what are we looking at? Starting from the daily time frame because we have more um, range to deal with. If we start with the weekly time frame, this is what we had as at last week. This is what price did. So price apparently created a gap and price returning to that gap and use the gap as a resistance. As at last week, we can see price tapping back into the old gap, and this is what we had acting as a resistance. So dropping on the daily time frame as price tapped into that level, price reverses and started to go up and respecting the other block on the daily time frame as at Thursday, and this is what we had as at Friday. So this week, what are we expecting? What are we looking at? Where are the liquidity pools? Where is our draw on liquidity? Looking at this chart, you can always say within the daily time frame, the price apparently or overall has been on the premium level. Is this level going to hold? That will have to wait. But what our expectation? Where is our draw on liquidity? So for Nasdaq, which is US Tech this week, we are looking for draw on liquidity on the upside of the market. Apparently, maybe trying to see if the market will run out this external range liquidity or respecting it. Then where is the liquidity pool for us in Nasdaq? If this level is going to hold, if pricing continue to go down, then we want to see price returning to take liquidity at this level. Liquidity lies here. We have liquidity here, or probably coming back to this little gap here to drop this level before it continue to go up to our draw on liquidity. But then notice if price resume and takes out liquidity at this level, that means our narrative changes, that price be returning back to this level, maybe before getting to this gap. So these are the areas we are looking at on Nasdaq. Like we said, we want to see price running out this level. Liquidity pools are here, then reverses to go up. If pricing go down a little bit to this level to take out this level, then we expect price after taking out all this level, then to go to this draw on liquidity. But if our draw on liquidity, we repeat, is being traded in fixed, we want to see price returning back to respect the level we've mapped out. So, but apparently our eyes is on a bullish draw on liquidity after price must have taken out this level. I want to see price coming back to take this level first before going to this particular level as our draw on liquidity. So once again, our draw on liquidity remain the upside of the market, while our liquidity pool lies on the downside of the market at this level. We've mapped out. We watch this level to see exactly price running out this liquidity and going to the upside. But if we reach the draw on liquidity before this level, that means we expect price to return back to this level. Those are the areas and what we are looking at as the market resume to see exactly what the market is going to do. Market can resume and do a gap to this level. That means we narrative changes to start looking for a reason to short the trade. If the market resume and drop down, so the narrative continues that we are looking for a draw on liquidity to the upside. Remember, we prefer to choose structure over speculation and also identifying where liquidity lies, where the liquidity sits, and use them to our own advantage as taking a tips or looking into the steps or the map left by the smart money to take our trade. So those are the area we are watching in our Nasdaq US Tech for this week. Moving over, we'll be going to British Pound USD. So what are we looking at in British Pound USD? Let's start from the weekly time frame. And you can see what price did apparently. in British pound USD. This is what we have on British pound. So we had a huge drop last week, which we expected, even though we didn't expect it to get this. Like we said, the market has a reason to do whatever it wants to do. Our duty is to narrate liquidity and follow suit. So what are our expectation on Nasdaq? As within the weekly dealing range, market is apparently on the discount level of the market, but fortunately or unfortunately, the market didn't run out this liquidity low, because if we wanted to see market run throughout this low, this old low, the market didn't do that as at last week. So what are our expectation? What are we looking into the market? Where is our draw on liquidity and where is our liquidity pool? Where are they sitting? So if we drop to a daily time frame, so on the daily time frame, we had this, we want to see price. I don't want to see price running out this low. Why? Price might apparently run through it, but I don't want to. In our narrative, we don't want to see price run out this low. Why? So if we drop on the lower time frame, apparently we can see price did something. It gave us a trade drive pattern. 1, 2, 3. The trade drive pattern, sorry, 1, 2, 3. The trade drive close to this. So price might or might not run out this low. So we are not kind of waiting exactly for price to run out this low. If you run out this low, the better for us. If it didn't run out this low, it means we have been expecting it. We have been expecting it. So it's a welcoming idea. So that means where is our liquidity pools? We are expecting price apparently to get to this level. Maybe we're expecting this other block on the one hedge. Yes, price dropping to that level. Respecting this or dropping a little bit, it can get to this level and then chooses to return back. So in British pound USD, our draw on liquidity remained the upside. We are looking at this area for price to run to that area, or apparently if it continues, for price to get to this other block on the weekly time frame. Yes, this is an order block on the weekly time frame. So these are the areas, but we have to start first from the daily, watching out what's there on the daily time frame. If we look at the daily time frame, we can see price might apparently return to this level or even to this level before getting to this level. But then we want to see price run out this level, then balance itself first, even if it's going to continue to go down. That's why we say we don't want to see price run out this lows immediately. So price might not run out this low immediately, like we said, repeating it. So before going to this level, before the maybe the sell continues if it wants to. But our draw on liquidity, where we're expecting is this level, then this level are the areas our draw on liquidity remain. Why our liquidity pool remain this levels, and maybe this level is price run this level, that will be okay before going to this level. If not, we watch out this level for price to respect the zones, then run into this level before it could continue on its way down. Those are the areas our eyes are on British pound USD. If you have any question, you can drop in the comment section and let us know what you're thinking, or if there's any pair you want us to look into. Once we have the time, we'll do that. So moving next to our next pair, which is Euro USD. In Euro USD also, in Euro USD also, if we start from the weekly time frame, this is what we had on the weekly time frame. Apparently price ran into this order block, respecting this order block, which we expected as a last week, and price dropped hugely, but never yet to take out this low on the Euro USD, which is a low on the weekly time frame. So liquidity on the weekly wasn't taken, but liquidity on the daily time frame was taken, unlike British pound USD. This is British pound USD. Even the daily time frame liquidity was not apparently taken completely. We can say it took out this. So still on Euro USD. So liquidity was run on the daily time frame on Euro USD. What are we expecting? Where is our draw on liquidity as the market resumes this week? where exactly are we looking out on Euro USD? So apparently after running this level, why didn't market run to this level like the British pound USD? Also, we have a trade drive pattern, which is 1, 2, 3. So apparently market might not continue to get to this level. So this week we are looking at our liquidity run for the week at this level. Want to see market getting back to this level, maybe filling this favorable gap or this other block before continue to go up, balancing itself, respecting this weekly order block. If this is taken and price continue to go up, the next will be this daily order block. But at this level, we'll also watch to see what price is going to do before price continue to drop down. So our liquidity pool for this week on Euro USD is this level that we've mapped out, this level, and I want to see price going to this level. But if price open and go and continue to this level first, then we watch to see what happens. But these are the areas where liquidity lies and our draw on liquidity for Euro USD this week. So having said that, our liquidity pools relies on the low side of the market, this level, or peradventure the market might get back and run out this level also as part of the liquidity pools before it continues to go up. That is what we want to see. But if price resume to go up, then we want to see price reacting at this level or dipping more a little bit before returning to those levels. But then, like we said, we are bullish a bit in Euro USD, British Pound USD, and yes, Nasdaq. But we want to see all these levels being respected, the liquidity pool being taken for us to take a trade to the upside and planning to exit at this level that we mapped out both on the daily time frame and on the weekly time frame in this particular pairs, Euro USD, British Pound USD, and Nasdaq. So these are the key liquidity level for us this week across the pairs. Remember this, trade the map, not your opinion. Always follow structure over speculation. We care about you in liquidity narrative. Do subscribe and have a lovely trading week. Thank you.